So, the more you raise your vibration, the more you rise in this world, really, like internally. You're doing the inner work. The conditions are right in your body for growth, spiritual growth. The more you get reassurances of the things of the world, of the events to come, and of rewards to come, maybe consequences to fall into, effects of the causes that have happened in the world, you start to get cues of these things through ethereal means and less of corporeal means. What I'm talking about is you get more spiritual warnings as opposed to resting on your logic and deducing what's to come. So like, comment, subscribe. We're going to get into this conversation now. I mean, listen, I've been on semen retention for a very long time. It's been a very, very interesting route. I'm not going to lie. This journey, especially, I don't know, this time around, I don't know what's going on, but I've been finding myself journaling a lot. I've been writing a lot of things down. Like I use my note app. I probably have a couple hours logged in. If you want to see the time and activity spent on certain apps, it's probably like the second most used. Just because I don't know what to do with this energy. Like I've been trying to find a lot of ways to cut out a lot of distractions, like maybe not scrolling so much on Instagram, not going so much on YouTube, or just spending time not really thinking about what's going on inside. Yeah, it's been a very, very interesting little situation. I'm not gonna lie, because yeah, some of the examples of this is just perhaps like dreams. It's so weird. I really don't know how to explain it, because this hasn't really been happening before. And it has been because I had a long bout of semen retention before. It's just that I wasn't putting things together. I would just flow through it. I think maybe when I first did the year and change of semen retention, it was more to see if I had enough discipline to go through the practice without releasing, right? Or relapsing, as they call it. And now that it's a little easier for me, because I don't have any issues turning back to adult film content, or I don't have any issues not turning back to adult film content, because it's just not interesting to me anymore. I don't know. It's like I've reached a point where I can't unsee what I've seen. And so going back to adult film content is just completely against who I am. I just don't feel the need to go there anymore on those websites. And two, it's just such a backsliding in your journey. It's just gonna do, the guilt of relapse that way would just destroy me. But I don't even consider it. But now because semen retention is so much easier recently in the past couple months, I've been really putting up like two and two together, and I've been getting a lot of messages in my dreams about a lot of things. And like I said in a couple videos back, I stopped outsourcing my understanding and knowledge to ChatGPT and going on Google and trying to figure out what things mean about like dreams. I stopped doing that a really long time ago. And so it's really interesting how the mind, especially when it comes to dreams and things of a spiritual nature, will display or produce a reflection of the things that you have in your mind that you're ruminating and pensive about, just so you could come to a conclusion about it on your own. Because the understanding that you so desire is all in you. You don't need anything else. Seriously, you don't need any outside help, advice, consultants, nothing. Just to not fall off track with this video, when we get into that point, that level of just receiving a lot of spiritual warnings and signals, as opposed to using your logic to break down what's going on with the world, you're gonna start to worry about a lot of things. Like, at least for me, I've been thinking that I was completely delusional. Like I think I'm losing my mind or something. Like, there's no way that makes sense, you know? But I've started to fall within the realm of just spiritual warnings and signs and signals. And I've sort of fallen into this category, like I said in a couple videos ago, of just surrendering to what is supposed to happen. I'm no longer trying to control a certain outcome or thinking negatively about a certain outcome, because it's just not going to really serve me. Constantly thinking about how things can go wrong in the present moment when I have no control or sight over those things. Or I do have sight, but it's like some sort of spiritual sight, and I'm receiving fragments of it, but it all points to something positive. But because it's not grounded in anything literal or corporeal, I don't really believe it, and I start to think negative because I need to see some grand sign. I reckon they talked about this in the Bible or something, right? Just be still and know that I am God, or just believe, just have faith that things will go well, because you've done the right things, right? I've been chased for a while. I've been really just honing in my energy, and I've just been expressing it in very, very healthy ways. So what's the problem? All I have to do is just wait in this cage of time, which is the 24-hour period of the day, until I get to the next cage of time within the next 24-hour day, and then I live my life that way. That's just really what it is. And I don't know. I'm just this probably sounds like a whole bunch of rambling, honestly, but this is just something I've just come to recently. There's a lot of things that I've been finding solace in, like just sitting down and just thinking. And I wasn't really like that before. I used to, I don't know, just like go here and then there and think. And don't get me wrong, I still find a lot of solace in working, like, both my jobs. Just activity is something to do, and things will happen, and time moves forward, and I interact with people, and so it's fun, and it's great. It's a great way to pass time, and I think it's an enlightening experience anyway. I don't know, I've just started to be very, very differently and think very, very differently recently, and I don't know where this is coming from. I have no idea, because I've never started to think like this. I've been very calm in the midst of uncertainty. And I don't know why I'm like this now. I don't know. Don't get me wrong. There's like a part of me that wants to ground itself in logic, ground itself in this. We need to see the physical signs. We need the weather forecast saying this will happen, and that's when I will believe. But what I've been leaning to day after day after day is more of leaning on faith and complete surrender, and watching for spiritual signs and signals as a foundation for what's to come. That's how I've been doing it recently. And I don't know if that'll help you guys. I think this video was just a whole bunch of rambling. This is just what I've come to. This is the conclusion that I've come to recently. And we're gonna see what happens. We're gonna see where it takes me. I've been doing a lot of course, I am a scientist. First and foremost, I like to observe, right? All of this will provide me with invaluable data. So I am trying to figure out the results of thinking this way when getting signs of a certain nature. So we're gonna see what happens. But all in all, in conclusion of this video, I think this year is going to show me something that I've never experienced before. Seriously, I don't know. This is an interesting kickstart into a very, very interesting year that I think that will mark the crossing of a threshold that I can never return to after this year is done. I really feel it. I don't know what's going on, but I really feel it. So I hope you guys were able to get some information out of that. To me, it just seemed like a whole bunch of rambling, but I thought that maybe there's some information that you guys can glean from that. Of course, like, comment, subscribe. We need some engagement on these videos, guys, so please engage, chat away if you even got this far. Don't let this place get you down. Sometimes, most likely, for the ones that are very, very spiritually adept, the empaths of us, the ones that are tapped into their spiritual energy, their ryatsu. You are not going to get reassurances from people. You're not going to get reassurances from the world, especially your friends and family. They don't know these things, most likely. They don't know. They have not done the work. They watch these things on YouTube and on Instagram, and they believe they know spirituality, and they have not gone through the journeys on their own. They have not. And so going to your friends and family for help or for some support of what you're going through spiritually is just a no-go. And it'll probably be much more of a back step for you guys when you do such things than if you were to go at it on your own and make your mistake on your own, because you know your proclivities, you know your reflexive behaviors, you know what's going to happen, right? If you do X. So move accordingly, you guys. I love you all. Stay radiant. I'm going to see you guys in the next video. Woo!